Hi, I'm here to talk to you today about policy advocating a reduction in landfill waste. The total generation of municipal solid waste in 2017 was 267.8 million tons in the United States alone, according to the EPA. With the institution of more laws restricting landfill waste nationwide, landfill waste will decrease, recycling will increase, and carbon emissions will decrease, creating an overall better place to live. Why are landfills causing such an issue? They have many harms. One of these includes air pollution. Landfills emit the two most popular greenhouse gases, methane and carbon dioxide. Methane gas traps 20 times more heat in the atmosphere than carbon dioxide, according to the EPA. It also causes fires and explosions, which damage aquifers. If continued, landfills alone will contribute 10% of all greenhouse gas emissions by 2025, according to Sustainability for All. Animals also face negative impacts because of landfills. Native species are being replaced by vermin that feed off of the trash and garbage, such as crows and rats. Something as simple as migration patterns for birds are also being disrupted, according to Sustainability for All. Instead of migrating south, birds are staying closer to landfills because of the food. This food, they're ingesting waste, which damages their bodies and can even lead to death. It also messes up habits for young birds. Since the young birds are being raised in a landfill and aren't migrating like they're supposed to, they will do this when they have children, and this will continue on for generations. Also, landfills cause groundwater pollution. Toxic chemicals seep into the water and cause infection, and it can harm aquatic life if it leads out to larger bodies of water and to soil infertility in the area. And this all impacts humans. According to the ISW, the 50 largest landfills in the world impact 64 million people, which is as large as the whole population of France, according to Sustainability for All. Landfills cause disease. They're a breeding ground for bacteria, and studies have even shown that people living near landfills have contracted cancer and other diseases because of it. This also has an economic impact as well, if the environmental impact isn't enough to sway you. Land value around landfills decreases. This can be because the smell can't be controlled and the vermin and insects that come and gather in the area because of the landfill. Accidents also can occur in landfills, such as landslides, which can be caused by an excess of rain or too much trash being piled up, which can lead to death and the destruction of property costing thousands of dollars. An example of this would be in Ethiopia in 2017, where a landfill landslide resulted in 113 deaths. Transport of garbage to landfills can also be ineffective cost-wise. So what's being done to limit these issues? In 1989, California added to their California Solid Waste Act. This California Solid Waste Law of 1989 required each city or county to include an implementation schedule which shows diversion of 25% of all solid waste from landfill or transformation facilities by January 1st of 1995 through source reduction, recycling, and composting activities, according to the state of California. And they also called for a quota that waste sent to landfills be reduced by 50% by the year 2000. And this proved effective in California, so why couldn't it prove effective elsewhere? We could implement these similar laws in other states or even nationwide to get a similar result as we see in California. If 50% seems like too large of a percentage right off the bat, you don't have to start at 50%. We could start at a smaller percentage, such as 25% reduction or even lower. For example, after California had success with this 50% reduction by 2000, they upped this percentage to 75%, which is where they are now. So the benefits from enacting this law include the reduction of all of the problems that I mentioned previously, and a healthier environment and economy. Mandatory laws enact mandatory change, because if you don't have a choice in whether to help the environment and recycle, then we're going to have a positive effect. California is proof of this, and their cities are thriving because of these mandatory quotas. It is called the domino effect for environmental policy in California. In San Francisco, they've seen an 80% success rate at keeping waste out of landfills, according to Clark. In 2009, they implemented fines for recycling and compostable food waste found in trash. In Los Angeles, they've reduced this by 76.4%, have enacted a plastic bag ban, which has been enacted in the entire state of California and has even been implemented in other states. They also implemented a 10% charge for paper bags at grocery stores as well. They have now set a goal of a 90% waste reduction by 2025. Their average trash per day per person has been reduced. It was 5.9 pounds and now it is 4.2 pounds. Other West Coast cities have also seen a change, including San Jose, Portland, and San Diego. They've all reduced their waste by 68% or more. In conclusion, though the suggested change will be tough to meet, it has been proven effective on the West Coast, predominantly in California, where positive changes have enacted positive effects on the environment. If you value the world you live in and the people who live on it, I encourage you to support the passing of a law similar to that of California's nationwide. Thank you.